Maltese greetings and very happy New Year. 2025 is here, and I'm filming this actually on Thursday, 2nd of January, and just in case you missed the memo, you might not be on my mailing list, but I kind of revealed, a few close friends knew, but I hadn't actually announced it publicly. But I revealed in an e-shot earlier this week that the universe had taken me from source up in the Peak District, where I was drinking natural living waters from the Buxton Spring pretty much every day. It took me from the source of the water to the ocean, to the sea, and this is where I now live. It started out as a house sitting arrangement, as a favour, because I really was in need of a bit of help. It has to be said, and sometimes, you know, struggling, you just have to ask for help. So I was offered the opportunity to house sit, but luckily, fortunately, it's turned into a slightly more long-term arrangement, shall we say. I don't know what's going to happen. I've kind of given up. I've given up in certainty and finding the power of just allowing and letting go, and the power of intention and prayers, and really using those kind of Neville Goddard metaphysical tools of just really feeling, like really tuning in to what would I love to feel and manifest. And what I have manifested exactly matches that feeling. And it is something that in a million years my little logical brain would never have come up with a solution. And so it goes to show that when you're working with infinite intelligence, magic and miracles can happen. Now, we did the move. It was quite amazing actually, because we did a very beautiful retreat at Samain, the Lakshmi Mandala, the climax of the Lakshmi Mandala, at Samain and Diwali. Super powerful, amazing couple of days. Huge gratitude to Philly J. Lay. I don't know if you're following her podcast. I mean, she has launched exponentially into, I mean, just seeing her start in the ascension has been amazing this year. You know, and a journey not without its challenges. And I'm really starting to realize this. Or rather, I'm not starting, but it's really coming home to me. Hold on, let's just navigate. It's a bit of a rocky bit here. Hiya. It's a bit of a deserted cove, this. But perfect for the purposes of this video. Except, oh, there's Kobe. Kobe, come here. Kobe, come here. Yes. It's been amazing for Kobe actually. I'm just going to slightly digress because of course he was actually a pup who was actually born in a townhouse and spent the first few weeks of his life on AstroTurf in their back garden. This was somewhere in Lincolnshire, and sorry, my hair's looking really windswept, isn't it? I came out with wet hair and I was sort of relying on the wind to dry it. Let me just come across here to these little rock pools out of the sun. Yeah, so Kobe then kind of landed in a pot of jam, coming to us out at Lathkildale and then later at Cressbrookdale. But he's only ever really known grass as they say in Derbyshire, grass and forest and rivers and streams. So he's never seen the sea before. So he's having to make the adjustment to sand and shingle. It's quite a nice beach, this, in terms of it's kind kind of sandy mud, it's kind of brown sand, not mud. Yeah, and seeing him go and try and drink the salt water, soon learned that it's not the same as drinking from the river at Bakewell. So, but he's loving it. This isn't a very dog-filled beach actually, but there are some beautiful dog-filled beaches around here. I'll add some footage at the end of Kobe frolicking with the other dogs. But yeah, so it's been amazing to have been kind of washed up by the universe beside the sea. And I have to say a couple of things. One, so inspiring to every day to look out across the sea to the horizon. Kind of proves that it's not flat earth actually, because there is land out there, but you can't see it. If this was flat earth, you'd be able to see it, wouldn't you? Oh, hold on a minute. Some dogs. Let's go and make the way across. So number one, hugely inspiring, and I can just feel the expansion in my heart and just the weight that has been lifted actually, because it was becoming very heavy, the energy in Derbyshire, and you know what, with everything that was going on with the kind of police raids and yeah, hold on a second, just a little interlude. Look at this amazing slate, looks like slate. Wow, it's absolutely incredible. Beautiful natural rock formation. So yeah, I've had to put Kobe on his lead because he was bothering another dog, and I was hoping that this might be a deserted beach, but unfortunately it was deserted when I arrived, but suddenly a whole load of people have decided to come here. It's actually getting pretty much low tide, because last time we came the water was way up to the rocks here, but such a flat beach that when the tide goes out, the water goes out very fast. This all sounds very obvious and logical, but I've never lived by the sea before, obviously visited, but anyway, so let's just see how Kobe's getting on. Kobe, wait. And breathe. So, the other amazing thing about being transported here to the sea is how healing it is. And I know that sounds like a bit of a cliche, but I realised by the end of my time in Bakewell, with everything that had happened, my nervous system was absolutely shot to pieces, and I really had to dig deep in that final month, or the final couple of months really, being evicted by my NHS doctor landlady, having the Derbyshire Gestapo raid, dealing with all sorts of standing up to the system. And I have to say, the system is designed to command your obedient compliance. And when you question the system and you stand up to the system and you start asserting your rights, the system does not like it, and the system will make it as difficult as it possibly can for you, and it will attack you in every way. And this is especially so if you're a truth speaker who starts getting involved in politics and having a following and having a bit of influence, I guess, in my own small little way. You know, we've seen it with Trump I mean, look at the lengths that they went to try to completely crush him. Just, indicting him and raiding him. It's just like, this is the Nazi playbook, folks. This is the Nazi playbook. So, it is quite exhausting. And when I got here to my little safe haven, which is kind of why I've kind of laid low for the last couple of months, really. I think the last video I really made was the Good Friday one back in November. And I really just wanted to heal, because I really got that my nervous system was completely shot to pieces. I mean, it was getting to the point where through the sort of glass, kind of semi-opaque glass front door of the house in Bakewell, even if I saw a high-vis vest coming up the path, it just activated my nervous system to the point where I actually put a lock on the gate. And of course, Derbyshire Police, in their arrogance, decided to lift it off its hinges, even though there's a sign saying visitors strictly by appointment only. I mean, that is the lengths to which the system goes to violate your castle doctrine. Anyway, I don't want to go back into the story. If you've been watching the videos, you'll know. But just to say, it has been so healing to just have a safe haven, to be by the sea, and to just heal and nourish myself, and just kind of live a slightly quiet life, and kind of get back to what I'm really good at. And I mean, I do believe that I'm pretty good at speaking out and an activist. But my main business, you could call it, although it's not really a business, it's I'd say it's more of a vocational sole purpose, is really inspiring and empowering and motivating others on their entrepreneurial journey, particularly spiritual entrepreneurs, or should we say not even entrepreneurs, but heart-based professionals. I don't even like that word. I mean, what kind of label would you put on it? Heart-centered, soul-led individuals whose business is their sole purpose. And it's not even business, because it's the opposite of busyness. It's about getting into flow around your dharma, around your gifts, and being powerfully in service, but also being fully in the flow of being rewarded for the service that you give. And this is one of the big misapprehensions, shall we say, about being on a spiritual path. This idea that it's got to be all done for free. And I know from my experience that when you're working with clients, and in the beginning, when I first started doing mentoring, it was all for free. I stepped into the shoes of Anita Roddick at the British Library Business and IP Centre. When Anita Roddick passed away, I became the entrepreneur in residence, and I did 6 free mentoring sessions every month. So I just go up there for 2 days, and I do 3 on the first afternoon and 3 the next morning, and then I'd get on the train and head back up north. And I did that for maybe a couple of years, and that was where I really learned the power of mentoring, not just telling people what to do, but really tuning into their energy. And I started to get very interested in what makes someone a successful entrepreneur. Kobe, this way. We're going this way. Going this way. Come on. Not quite ready to go yet. Let's just head back to the sea. So I started to get very interested in what makes one person a successful entrepreneur and another person fail. Because the statistics are that 2/3 of all businesses fail in their first 18 months, and 90% of businesses run by women fail. I don't think that's because they're put out of business so much as they just give up on the dream because it's just too difficult. Because you think it's going to be easy, but oh, my nose is running. You kind of think that going into business, you just, set up shop and turn on the tap and money starts to flow out. But if you've ever gone into business, you'll know that it's a huge learning curve, and it's not necessarily plain sailing. Although when you get the formula right, then things can run very fast. But it often takes time, a lot of trialing and testing, adjusting and adapting to get into that flow. And one of the things that I learned as I expanded my mentoring was that when you do it for free, people really don't appreciate it as much as when they invest. Because when they invest in mentoring, they're not just investing in themselves, they're honouring your value and they're honouring their value. So there's actually a tremendous power to charging, and that's why I rarely do anything for free anymore. And so many people are like, could you just look at my business plan? Could you just meet me for coffee? And I'm like, if you want to book a session, if you want me to do a proper session with you, you need to book a session, and then I can hopefully be of service to you. So I did the Good Friday offer. I've opened up to one-to-one mentoring again, and had so many people saying, what next? Can I have an ongoing arrangement? So I felt really inspired to create a program, and this one's a shorter, much more intensive program than the Lakshmi Mandala, which was much more of a healing journey. And it was absolutely incredible in the sense that, it certainly transformed my life. And this is the thing, it's like when you bring together, you'll know this if you've ever done group work, when you bring together a mandala of people, they're like fractals. It's like facets. Come on. They're like facets of a diamond. And so every manifestation has a teaching, whether you are open to receive it or not. And the same applies to me, and it applies to every member of the mandala. So there are precious teachings to be had, and it's exponential when you bring together a group. And that's why I love holding group programs, because they are incredibly powerful. And come on, Kobe, let's go this way. Come on. Just trying to get across these rocks. Come on. It's a bit easier for him to walk on the sand. We need to go over there to get to the sunny bit. Slightly in the shadow of the cliffs here. So in a very roundabout way, I wanted to bring you up to date, and also to let you know that I'm launching a new mentoring program. It's called 90 Days to Transformation. It's starting next week, and it will run through till April, and the celebration will be a little gathering at my new home by the sea. And I sent out an e-shot earlier this week, so you may have got that. So you've already got an amazing little group of beautiful souls who've joined. There's still some places left, so if you would like to journey with me and some amazing heart-centered, soul-based business owners into 2025, then please consider joining. And really, it's about getting absolute clarity and setting a trajectory for 2025, and really bringing into play all of the marketing and metaphysical teachings, things that I've learned over the past, oh my God, 20 years since I've been on this path of the mentoring path. I've been in business all my life. I grew up above my dad's shop, so I've literally been in and around business my entire life. So it's kind of business is in my blood. But I have also very definitely made the journey from that old corporate business world of kind of just using brute force to manifest results into finding a much more effortless way to flow and to tap into manifestation, magical manifestation magic, like the manifestation of this complete life reset, which is absolutely unexpected and way beyond anything which my tiny little mind could have worked out. So I'm a great believer in trusting in the power and magic of the universe, and that's really what this program is about. So if you're interested, I'll put the link below, have a look. If the PayPal button shows that it's fully booked, then there is a wait list, because people, for whatever reason, sometimes change their mind, drop out. Anyhow, I absolutely know in my heart that the perfect people will manifest into this mandala for an incredible journey. So if it resonates, then please do jump on board and let's get going next week. So sending you so much love from a very chilly but beautiful blue sky, sunshiny seaside. Have a great day. Bye for now.